How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are going over the comics that we are planning on picking up for New Comic Book Day. Now, this is all the comics that we're picking up, not everything that's coming out, and this is also all the A covers. We will be picking up some variants, but you have to stay tuned for New Comic Book Day to see all that. But other than that, let's go and get right into it. First one we're getting is Absolute Superman issue number 9. I love the Absolute Superman. I think that is probably my favorite Absolute series that's going on at the moment. Says the Omega Men in pursuit, the mysterious Omega Men have chased the Superman around the world, determined to plead their case that only with his help, but by unleashing the full scope of the terrifying power, can they put an end to the Lazarus Corporation. With the anger burning in his heart, Cal is starting to listen. Don't know what any of that means, but I'm excited for it. But yeah, they are after him. They've been chasing him. They're getting really close to getting him, but he keeps stopping them. But now it kind of seems like they're getting closer to capturing them, stuff like that. I'm excited for it, though. Absolute Superman is amazing. So I'm definitely going to pick this one up. Next, we got Action Comics 1088. It's been awesome series so far. Just started a new story arc where it's like a younger story of Superman when he was like a teenager in high school, coming out with his powers and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It says back to school, a lot can change in the summer, especially for Clark Kent, aka Superboy, after a disastrous debut in Metropolis. The Kents are worried that the world is not ready for their son and will do whatever it takes to protect them. Little do they know they're about to send him to one of the most terrifying places on the planet, Smallville High. That's pretty cool. So they're gonna probably talk about this guy who saved everybody after this big old event, and it's gonna be by him. But you know the glasses whole thing, they think it's Clark Kent. Nothing about Superman or Superboy in this case. Pretty cool. I'm excited for this one though. Next, we got Aquaman issue number 7. This is pretty cool. It says Death by Demon Dagoon, however you say it. It says the confrontation with the Dagoon looms as Aquaman and his band of fighters near the end of their quest, revealing a heartbreaking reality that will change Aquaman forever. That sounds cool. I'm excited to read it. Aquaman's it's been a fun series reading. You know, it started, with the All In, was starting off with issue number 1. We're all the way to issue number 7 now, and it's been fantastic so far. You see a different kind of side of Aquaman where he's trying to get his, kingdom back, his family, his loved ones, stuff like that. Close friends and everything like that, but he is getting, tossed around in his adventures with dealing with other people, and he's like holding it down, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to read this one and pick it up. Next, we got Batman and Robin issue number 23. We still got Batman trying to find Robin, but it seems like those kids that was helping him out found him in this like abandoned city underground, and they see that Damian's there with the Memento, and then it kind of ends. So I'm excited to see how this goes. It says Damian in the clutches of Memento, deep under Gotham City lies a subterranean echo of a lost time. This abandoned world has lain uninhabited for decades until tonight. Now Damian Wayne is the sole human resident of this abandoned catacombs, imprisoned by the entity known only as Memento. It goes further, but I mean, great story. This whole Memento thing has been 2 story arcs so far, and they've been killing. The first story arc is figuring out who Memento is, and then the second story arc, Robin got kidnapped, which is Damian Wayne, and Batman's using everybody, losing his mind, trying to find him to see where he is. He even got these kids on the street to help him find him, which is pretty cool. Amazing story. Batman and Robin has been killing it, so I'm definitely picking this one up. Sticking with Batman, we got Batman Dark Patterns issue number 8. Oh god, Dark Patterns is a crazy story. I mean, enjoying every bit of it, which is pretty cool. This is the 3rd story arc that's going on. This is the 2nd issue of that story arc. It says case number 3, Pareidolia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it says Batman's vigilante investigation of the Red Hood gang's killing in the Rockery puts him on a collision course with the unlikely culprits at the heart of the latest mystery threatening the upend order in Gotham City. So this is like a area of Gotham where nobody goes to because it's just super, scary with thugs, drugs, homelessness. It's a city that like the mayor doesn't want to mess with. They just leave it alone. So Batman's like, what's going on here? I need to deal with this. Plus there's some stuff going on there where there's like fires, I believe it was. Craziness, but oh my god, Batman Dark Patterns has been an amazing series. So we're definitely picking up issue number 8. Next, we got Doctor Strange of Asgard issue number 5. I believe this is the last issue of this series as part of the One World Under Doom that's going on. It says, who will become Asgard's Sorcerer Supreme? Doctor Strange finally uncovers the truth behind Hulda's murder, but the truth murderer may be closer than he thinks. A final confrontation leads to a magical showdown that will change the future of Asgard. So he's been on his mission to try to become the Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard because he got it taken away from him on Earth by Doctor Doom. But then there was a big old murder that happened. They, framed Loki, but he's coming to find out it's not, It's not Loki, and everybody he knows it, but he's trying to prove the point. Crazy story overall, but it's really enjoyable, and it is, like I said, it looks like gonna be the last issue of that miniseries, part of the event. So I'm excited to pick it up. I'm super excited for this one. I believe it's gonna be my pick of the week, which is Fantastic Four issue number 1. This is the brand new series after the last Fantastic Four issue number, I believe, 33 ended. Well, they were trying to get the whole powers and stuff like that. It was a great story, but now this is the start of the new story series going on with Fantastic Four, and I'm excited for it because I get to collect it from the very beginning, and I'm excited for it. Again, it's gonna be my pick of the week. It says the Fantastic Four return with the new issue number 1, kicking off a whole new volume of their adventures through time, space, science, and the human condition. When the Fantastic Four take on Doom, things will go well until they suddenly go catastrophically wrong. Can I say that right? And they're sent to the 4 different eras in Earth's history. Sounds awesome. I'm excited for it. Fantastic Four is a cool group to read about. I enjoy, what I've read so far from them. Part of the One World Under Doom. I didn't start from the beginning of that one. I did start in the middle of it, but it was part of One World Under Doom event. But now I get to start over, and I'm super excited for it. Again, this will be my pick of the week. Next, we got Fire and Ice When Hell Freezes Over, issue number 4. Fun little series. You got Grodd on here. It says Guerrilla Warfare. Pretty cool. It says Fire and Ice can go to hell, and they sure did in Dodge's pursuit of a magic artifact that could finally set their body and power swap right. But to find that the hell is delighted to have 2 willingly living souls enter its fiery gates, with tests designed to break them down physically, emotionally, spiritually, waiting on the other side. Pretty cool. Like I said, there's a gorilla here. I'm not sure if that's Gorilla Grodd. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be, but I could be wrong. But I'm excited for it. Like I said, I didn't know anything about these characters, so reading, the past 3 issues about them, I don't fully know who they are, just because, like it said, they got their powers and bodies swapped. So I'm kind of learning who they are, but in opposite ways. I don't know. Pretty cool though. I'm excited for it. Next, we got Green Lantern Corps issue number 6. Fantastic series. Don't have to explain that every single time, but it's an amazing series, so I'm excited for it. It says the return of Mogo, Sinestro, and Vector's journey to Kroger to find the sinister sons have reshaped their society, all while John and Ellie contemplate Kelly's odd behavior, and Jessica Cruz and Joe Mullen find Mogo in a primordial volcanic state on the edge of destruction. Don't know what that means, but again, awesome series. It's been really enjoyable to read. You got different aspects of, groups of Green Lanterns doing their own missions in the comic, which is pretty cool. Again, interloops with the regular Green Lantern issues, which is awesome. So we're gonna pick this one up because I've been enjoying it like crazy. Next, we got Laura Kinney Wolverine issue number 8. Fun little series. It says Haymaker returns on there. That's who she's been facing. She was in this dream where everything seemed a little too good to be true, but she broke out of it. But she was trapped in it because of a mutant, but she was okay with it. Everything was good. I think this is a new story arc, but I could be wrong. Haymaker returns. The enigmatic Haymaker returns for the first time in present day, continually. Once addicted to MGH and working for the Kingpin, what is Jordan Gaston's new mission, and will Wolverine come out of it unscathed? I don't know who that character is, so I'll be, excited to learn about him. Like I said, that sounds like a new story arc. So the last one was, a mini, like 2 or 3 issue story arc, which is pretty cool. So now we're starting a new one, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Next, we got Magic issue number 7. Awesome comic to be reading. It says New Mutants reunite to save their friend. Magic and Mirage have no choice but to seek help from the order his ancestors founded. But will Illyana's new power make her a perfect recruit or a natural Hellraiser? And how will the former leader Mirage respond when Magic starts to take charge? So they're good close friends. They're from the New Mutants from the Kokoro era. They're kind of reconnecting, but they, one is the leader, one was the leader. Now they're kind of mixing. I don't know. Sounds pretty cool. But Magic's been killing it. The first story arc was amazing. So now this new one's gonna be just as good, I hope. I'm pretty sure it will, because again, Magic's been killing it. So I'm excited to get it and read it and add it to the collection. Next, we got Red Hulk issue number 6. Awesome series. I think this is the second to last one of the Red Hulk part of the One World Under Doom. I don't know if they're gonna continue it after. If they do, that'd be pretty cool. But like I said, I think it's the second to last one of the event. I could be wrong. It could be the last one. I'm not sure. It says Red Hulk versus Warwolf. The Thunderbolt Ross is back on U.S. soil, not as a hero, but as a war criminal accused of violating the international treaty with Dr. Doom after bringing down a nuclear warhead on Latveria. But there's no ordinary prison. He finds himself trapped inside. Instead, it's a top-secret gamma research facility run by none other than the Warwolf. I don't know who that is, so I'm excited to learn who the Warwolf is. If it's a person, a group, I'm not sure. But, he did escape a prison, but they think he's the criminal. Of course, obviously, because he was in prison. But Doctor Doom's the bad guy here on this in this story arc. But according to them, they're not, because Doctor Doom's supposed to be the supreme and almighty leader, stuff like that. It's an enjoyable comic, and I'm definitely gonna pick it up. Next, we got Supergirl, issue number 3. The first 2 issues were awesome. Definitely one of my favorite DC comics that are going on right now. This is the team up you never saw coming. Kara and the daughter of Lex Luthor, Lena, have come together to battle common enemy posing as Midvale's very own Supergirl. Will Lena's brains and Kara's bronze be the match for the superpowered super genius from Condor? It's Supergirl versus Supergirl in a fight for the ages, plus the debut of Satan Girl. Don't know who that is, but that sounds dope. It says Made in a Fright on the cover. Looks pretty cool. Story is awesome. You got Supergirl dealing with an imposter, and the imposter thinks she's the real Supergirl because she's getting loved like she's supposed to be Supergirl, and that's what she's always wanted. Crazy story. I'm excited for it, but Supergirl's been killing it, so we're definitely picking this one up. Superior Avengers, issue number 4. Awesome series so far. Part of the One World Under Doom, definitely one of my favorites. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, but it's actually really good, so I'm excited for it. It says, who pulls the strings? As the Superior Avengers solidified their place at the Earth's mightiest heroes, the cracks begin to show. Where does each member's loyalty lie? And they stay together long enough to reach their ultimate goal? So we're about to find out. Awesome series, like I said. They're trying to take out Doom, but all of them seems like they have their own little secret mission, which is not lining up with what their main mission is. Their secret main mission, well, their main mission is to make Doctor Doom look good, but their secret main mission is to take him down. They have their own little things. It's crazy, but very enjoyable, so I'm excited for it. Trinity, daughter of the Wonder Woman, issue number 2. The first issue was really cool. You got her like dealing with like time travels of herself. So she was like the little girl who's in trouble. So the younger girl came to save her, but they needed more help, so the teenage girl came. It's a crazy story, but it's pretty cool. It says, who let the dogs out? With the time stream broken and dog goes on the loose, the teenage Trinity, aka Wonder Girl, travels to the Gotham of the past to capture the exclusive Bat Corgi. There she will encounter the greatest Robin of them all, according to him, Jason Todd, while the boy and girl wonders be able to put their differences aside and find a pup before it's too late. So while this was all going on, the Super Sons became dogs because of a weird spell or whatever the case be, and now they're all trying to capture him before they mess up the whole timeline. It's a crazy little like time thing going on, but you got Jason Todd in this one, so they went back in time where Jason Todd, and then they're trying to get the dog that's like what did they call it, Bat Corgi, which is pretty cool. It's actually a really enjoyable series. It's really fun to read, something different from like them just fighting bad guys. They're like dealing with like a crisis from their childhood. The future is trying to save it from the childhood. It's crazy, but it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. First issue of this was amazing, so I'm excited for issue number 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. You got Miles trying to find his sister that got sent to this universe, but people are after him because he's like a big role in it, and we're trying to figure out how he has a big role in it, which is pretty cool. It says Miles and the Ultimates versus Black Panther. Miles Morales teams up with the fan favorite Ultimates team member Giant Man and the Wasp, but Black Panther doesn't want these ultimate terrorist interlopers in Wakanda. Okay, so now we're gonna get them kind of mixing up with the Black Panther, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for it. So we're definitely picking this one up. And last but not least, we got Uncanny X-Men issue number 17. The Uncanny X-Men has been really fun to read. It says Murdered Me, Mutina. I don't know what that means, but horror comes to the Haven House when a brilliant but exploitative Hollywood director makes a surprise hit horror film featuring a serial killer mutant girl. There are protests at theaters around the country and a rise of anti-mutant violence in some same communities. In those same communities, sorry. But is it just a movie, or is it something much more insidious going on? Will a malignant force make the X team their prey? Will they get out alive, or will they end in misery? So it's a new story arc. I'm excited for the Uncanny X-Men. The last one that they had was really good. Ended pretty crazy. So now that new story arc, it seems like they're filming a movie, but in reality, it's not a movie, and it involves a mutant. So of course, the X-Men are part of it. Sounds really cool. I'm excited for it. But that is everything that we're picking up for New Comic Book Day. Again, these are all the covers, or these are all the comics we're picking up, and these are all the A covers. If you want the variant covers, stay tuned for New Comic Book Day. But actually, got to slow down a little bit. I'm gonna put some of these in my boxes and pick them up later towards the end of the month when I have the extra money for it. As right now, I'm going to pick up only a couple of them, which is going to be majority of the A covers, because the variant covers are all going to be in my box so I can pick it up. But you have to see what I pick up for New Comic Book Day on New Comic Book Day. I posted on Thursday, even though New Comic Book Day is Wednesday. I don't get to do it, pick it up until late Wednesday, and then I, film it, edit it, throw it up Thursday, all that good stuff. But if you guys are excited for New Comic Book Day, let me know what you guys are excited for. Again, I think my pick of the week is going to be fantastic for issue number 1. I'm excited for it. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Like the video, comment what you guys are excited for, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.